So the first read in any ball screen is to always reject the screen. Why? You want to be able to reject the screen because the defense is set up, their coverage, their ball screen coverage is set up for you to use the screen. So they're forcing you to use it. If they're not icing, bluing, or downing it, which basically is meaning they're pushing you to the sideline and baseline. And even in that case, you'd want to reject the screen and try to get middle because that's where they don't want you to go. So rejecting is always the first progression I teach because the defense is not set up for that, and it gives you a bigger gap and it gives you alleys to create rotations for the defense. So this first move is basically a float to use the screen, and you'll never float 100%. You'll float about 25 to 75%. You'll see your defenders either top foot that you can attack, or you can see your defender starting to wedge over top or basically go under the screen to meet you on the other side, and then you can quickly change direction and change hands with a crossover to reject it. So you can watch MJ here. He starts to float to use the screen. He sees this top foot. He's going to attack it quickly and get to space for the baseline, to the baseline. Great pickup. Now Kyrie here watches float. He can see Clay's eyes turn to see how he can wedge over top the screen, and now he's going to attack that top foot with a quick crossover, which allows him to get to space for a three. Great flipping of the angle of the screen too. Now Drew Holiday right here, you can see he's going to attack Donovan Mitchell's top foot, his left foot right here with a quick crossover, and now he's in space, and now he has a rotating shot blocker, and he's going to use a slide by with his left to finish. You can see he starts to float to use the screen right here. Quick change of direction. Defender was not expecting it. You could see that 25 to 50% float right there and quick change, and now he has a alley to the rim. Goran Dragic, so have to give credit here. There's a couple clips of him from a couple years ago. He was the first player I watched do it on film, so had to show him using it from how I learned it, and he really sells it. Like his is less. His is about 25 to 30% float and then quick. You can see on this one, he's looking at Whiteside coming down to set the ball screen for him, and then he quickly changes with a crossover, and now he's in space. You can see right here, they want him to go this way on the step-up screen, and you can see how low Ja is too off his float. Quick change of direction. He pushes the crossover basically a little over top and allows him to get to the midline to finish. KD uses it too. Now KD, his crossover is just a little wider, but he starts to float. Boom. Downhill, slide by with the left. Another change of direction, right downhill. You can see this is a great move to use to get your primary defender to start thinking you're going to use the screen and then quickly change direction and get to space and then finish downhill.